Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you can see, I'm kind of briefly browsing on my Instagram page and chose this picture of a little gouache painting of Chibi and I'm going to be using that as my painting, I guess, and changing this painting to a pixel art type of drawing or animation, so you guys can see the process of me doing pixel art. I used to do quite a bit of pixel art prior, and so I'll have a few different pixel drawings or animations pop up on the screen throughout the whole video, so you guys can get a feel of kind of the different styles of pixel art and stuff that I used in the past. And if you're interested in seeing any of the pixel arts themselves, you can probably find them on my old DeviantArt or on my Tumblr page. So as you can see, we're gonna get started and basically redraw this painting onto a very tiny 100 by 100 pixel canvas. So yeah, the reason why I'm redrawing it and not just taking the painting and kind of making it lighter and drawing on top is for two reasons. One, I actually really do love sketching, so I prefer to resketch it. And then two is that I think it translates better if I sketch something tiny meant for pixel art rather than taking something a little bit bigger and then shrinking it down. It just, I feel like the proportions or the size of it, it's just a little bit more manageable. So initially I wasn't sure if I wanted to animate this. I had if I did animate it, which in later on in the video you see that I actually did, I wanted to make it look like either the water was moving or him look like it was floating, and I went with the water moving because the making Wonu float in the water, for some reason my brain couldn't wrap my head around it. I think I could just make it look like it's bobbing up and down, but I just decided to make the water move. So actually right now when I'm sketching out the water portion, it's really unnecessary. I don't think I used the sketch for the water when I started rendering the water, so just a waste of time on my part. But here, usually when I do pixel art, if you see any of the examples I have on the screen throughout the video, you can see that I usually do them either 3/4 view or front view. But if they're front view, and I guess 3/4 view, their eyes are kind of on one singular plane, a flat plane. But when I'm doing the one for Wonu, his eyes are slanted or at an angle, and it's hard for me to line it up properly, especially how I had my sketch. So you're gonna see me fiddle with the eyes quite a bit, and in the end his eyes are still a bit uneven. But I decided not to fix it because it requires me to basically restructure his whole face, move his face to match where his eyes are and stuff, and I didn't really want to edit back that much of the pixel drawing. So just really late disclaimer, I'm not very proficient in working with pixel art. I'm very much of a noob. I find pixel art very fun to do, but I don't know how to properly do it. I don't pick colors wisely, and I don't also simplify shapes. A lot of the line art isn't as clean. A lot of it's very jaggedy and not well thought out. If you watch professional people who do sprites or pixel art, usually their line art, I guess, or even their base sketch is very clean, very I guess even, and it makes sense. Here I'm just doing it very quickly. In the future, if I make this into a series where I turn my drawings or paintings into pixel art, I'll do my best to actually focus more on either recreating the style that I want it to look like. I want it to be close to the painting, but in a pixel style, but I'm working on it from scratch, if that makes sense. And then slowly learning the skills for pixel art, I guess. I really do enjoy making those sprites, and I don't do sprites that often. Sometimes I do pixel icons and stuff. I've done little animations with only maybe 5 pixels by 5 pixels and stuff, but a lot of these tend to be around 100 pixels by 100 pixels because I don't like the work too small. But I do have a lot of interest in people who do like heavily rendered pixel art, as well as like people who do like basic sprites. Even like Pokemon sprites and stuff are very interesting to me, or like game sprites, so like the old like GBA style sprite type, like 8-bit almost. But yeah, so you guys can see me do a little bit more of the rendering. So pretty much usually in my other drawings that I do, like even like chibis or normal characters, I guess, I tend to have drawn their features pretty much without simplifying them too much. I think I do draw like the fingers and stuff, but here for Wonu, I did give him like ball hands, and then I just kind of pixel in his fingers after the fact. I don't think it looks bad, but I kind of wish I did work maybe a little bit larger or planned out his whole, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like entirely satisfied how I did the pixel version. It's still very cute. He is a little bit more round and squashed compared to my gouache painting of Wonu. But yeah, if you guys like, do let me know if you guys would be interested in more of this kind of drawing or painting to pixel idea. I want to get better at pixel art, and I think it's fun to throw in some digital art every so often, as well as some more painting. Because I would like to do a few redraws, and like along with this idea, but like finding some of my old drawings and doing like redraws. Maybe I can find one from 10 years ago, maybe even 5, or even just like ones from last year, because there's still quite a bit of a difference or jump in skill level or like understanding, because sometimes like when I'm working with like certain mediums or even certain subjects or whatever, my brain just like clicks, and then I understand it. So like I have a better understanding how to use maybe like watercolors, or like gouache would be forever an enigma to me, but like even like pencil rendering and stuff, or like pencil crayon, like I have a better understanding now than I did like a year ago. So like I could still do a redraw from like a year ago. So right now I'm just fixing up the line art, or no, I'm finished fixing up the line art. So for animations for pixel art, I tend to put them into GIMP. GIMP has a better system, I guess, in terms of preserving the pixel art and putting it into an animation, doing it frame by frame, obviously. My first attempt was a no-go. The water literally looked like it was just pulling away from each other, and I really didn't like it. So as you can see me fixing the water again, and then I'm gonna bring it back into GIMP, and then I'm going to redo the frames. So there's also like a naming mechanism that you have to do in GIMP for frames to have like their own like frame rates, as well as like you can do like playback rates and all that stuff. You can change a bunch of things. Like if you want to do transparent ones, you have to like replace each frame. There's a whole thing. You can probably do research on it, or I'll touch on it in another video. But yeah, at the end you'll see me try to open up the GIF after, and it's really tiny, so I'll put a larger version of it at the end of the video, and you guys can see. I hope you guys enjoyed a lot of the smaller GIFs and little animations, or like the little pixel arts that I put throughout the video. I have a lot of the old frames, I guess, left over, so it was easy for me to put them into the video, because for some reason Camtasia just doesn't accept GIFs. So luckily I do save all of my frames, which is bad for memory space, but good, so I can still have them to put them in the video. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll be back with another video next week, hopefully a traditional medium painting video, drawing video, maybe a sketchbook doodle video, who knows. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and bye.